to the topic of epicure. Karen, could you give some examples of indirect conversation?
Absolutely, Sylvie. Say you're at the grocery store and you go to buy some zucchini for your cooking class and you're alone with the cashier. You can open your indirect conversation by saying, I'm so happy you had zucchini today because I need it for my Asian cooking class tonight. The cashier will almost always ask you a question such as, hey, what kind of cooking class do you do? Or which company do you work for? Epicure! This is a true conversation starter. Or here's another example. You go to the park with your children, you start a conversation with another mother about the weather, and you add something like, I'm so lucky to have a flexible job that gives me the opportunity to come here every afternoon when it's a beautiful day like today. What do you think her next question will be? She'll probably ask, what do you do for work? I work with Epicure. There you have your conversation starter. So can you see how easy it is to speak with someone about Epicure when they ask you a question? So these are the questions we want people to ask. We simply prompt them by talking about something that leads them to asking a question which involves an Epicure response. So Sylvie, let's talk a little bit about direct conversations. I know you are really good. Sylvie's really good at being direct.
For people who know me, direct to the point. So direct conversation, that's it. It's right to the point. It means that you will speak about Epicure right from the beginning. Epicure will be your conversation starter. Here are some examples. You're at the gas station and you're alone with the cashier. And you can say, I'm in this area and I know there's many people who lost their job lately or don't have enough hours at work. I'm looking for people who might be interested to extra income. Do you know someone who might be interested? And it could be for you too. So now you catch her interest. She would probably ask, oh, I would like to have more money. What is it about? Which company are you working for? And don't forget, she is at work, and she won't have time to speak with you a lot. So just ask, I work for Epicure. I do like Carol, Epicure. You know it? Do you know about it? I would like to speak with you more about it, and I know it's not the right moment at work. At what time do you finish working? We could go for a coffee and talk about it. And so if she agreed for a coffee together, never forget to ask. You probably know other people who need extra income. Text some people today and invite them to come to the information session. You never know, you may be helping someone you know, or you may be someone you know. Or if we look at another example, you're in the park with your children and you meet a previous host. You can begin with saying something, hi, how are you? So how do you know? And you can say, you know what? We had so much fun last time at your cooking classes and we have lots of new themes this summer, like barbecue. What do you think about inviting your friends for a fun afternoon cooking classes? And you can see these two examples are really direct to the point. You know what? There's no best way between direct and indirect. They're both good. It all depends on which one you are the most comfortable. What is important is always to develop 3 to 5 conversation starters, and you will see, more you do it, more you will become comfortable.
So the question becomes, where do we prospect? The answer, everywhere. Let's talk about it a little bit. So your best place, where's your best place to prospect? A cooking class. Because you have about 90 minutes to prospect for bookings and sponsoring. Be sure to have at least 5 booking seats and 5 sponsoring seats to present at each cooking class. This is the way to ensure a our in-person cooking classes as mini business opportunity events. Did you know, according to the May 2018 issue of Entrepreneur Magazine, the following holds true. A business thrives or fails depending on its marketing and system for generating leads. You need leads to make sales. No audience or exposure means you won't get fresh faces checking out what your business does, new business. Too many entrepreneurs spend all their time on busy work and not enough time on audience building. We have an incredible vehicle for building an audience and generating leads, our cooking classes.
Yes, and Karen, do you remember, always look for new hosts. They are the future of your business. When you are at cooking classes, you want to plant booking seeds. And we're going to give you some examples that you can use every time. You can say something like, are you going to buy everything you like in the catalog today? Don't forget that, today. They will answer definitively no, for sure. And you just add, this is why we need to get together a few times. So, like this, that can give you the opportunity to buy everything what you need and to try other recipes.
I have one. Who likes barbecue in the summer? You will really enjoy my new barbecue-themed cooking class. Here, you can use this opportunity to list several cooking class themes and let the guests know you have many more to offer.
My turn. Who here like free things? As a host, you receive lots of free product. I can't wait to help you receive your free product. And so that means you're already implying that they will be a host.
How about this? It's amazing how much I love my job. I work for only 2 hours at my cooking classes for the same amount of money that some people work for a full day.
I like this one. I know some people are working for extra income or to change their career. Make sure you look at what I'm doing today, and at the end, we will talk about it.
We can't forget this one. Just for fun, what would you do with an extra $400 per month? So remember, your cooking class really is the best place to prospect for new business.
So true. We also need to work our business out of cooking classes. Referrals are a great way to prospect new people. Every time when you speak to someone about booking or sponsoring, don't forget to ask who she knows who might be interested. When someone gives you a name of people, be sure to ask why she thought about her. This will be your open door when you will have a call with that referral. So let's speak a little bit about outside cooking classes now. There's so many places to prospect. When you go to the park with your children, sit with another woman. So when you go to the park, sit with another mother. You will have an opportunity to speak about epicure with her.
When you have a family event, bringing some Epicure products will give you the opportunity to speak about Epicure.
When you're traveling, example, you are sitting in an airplane for a couple of hours. Do you have a catalog with you?
No.
If yes, at a certain moment, you will be able to talk with the person beside you about Epicure.
And when you go to a restaurant and you have great service with the waitress, thank her for the great service and say, it's people like you I'm looking to have in my team. This will open a discussion, or if you have a catalog on your table, just have a catalog sitting next to you while you're at the restaurant. she will ask about your catalog. Give it to her. Again, it gives you an open door to talk about Epicure.
You know what? Everywhere you buy something, you buy from their business. Give them a catalog to give them the opportunity to buy from your business.
When you go to the fitness club, wear your Epicure t-shirt.
So try to vary where you go to prospect. Don't go all the time at the same gas station or the same coffee restaurant, the same convenience store. If you go to the same place, you meet the same people. Your business is everywhere.
So what do we say when we approach someone? Today we're going to show you the right way and the wrong way. Never forget, it's always about them, the prospect, not about us. So here's a booking example. Say you call someone you met at a cooking class and you say, I need one more cooking class to achieve my incentive. Can you help me? After all, it's all about me. The chances are that she will probably not say yes. The chances are very low. Instead, think of something you know about her. You can say something like, I remember when we met at Susie's cooking class and you told me that you wanted to buy the Mexican meal kit, and I thought about you today as we have a great promotion for hosts that you will love. You see now, it's all about her, the prospect. She's going to feel that you care about her and you really want her to have that Mexican food kit, and as she mentioned previously to you, you're following up. That shows her you care. So let's look at a sponsoring example. So you're at the cooking class and you say, again, I want to become a leader and I'm looking for one more person to add to my team. Let me know if you're interested. Or you can say something like, who here would like to have extra income or more money to buy something special for yourself? To travel more, or even to stay home with your children. I'm so lucky to have the opportunity to help others achieve their goals. It would be such a pleasure to talk with you about how I can help you do the same. So can you see the difference? It's always about them, not about us.
So true. Another place where we prospect for sure is kiosk and trade show. They are a good place to meet a lot of new people and build a base of prospect. In this situation, you need to be quick and to the point because with all the people you will have, you don't have time to speak with each other individually. The important thing here is to get prospect names and contact information so that you can contact them over the next few days. There are a couple of ways to approach people. One way is to have a draw and ask people to fill out the coupon to have a chance to win a prize. It's important to ask them, when it's possible, the questions on the coupon. By asking, you will be able to explain in detail. Another way to be able to speak with them is by having a tasting. By the time they taste, you will have the time to explain how we don't sell Epicure in the store, but through amazing cooking classes, and it's free. Don't forget to add free. People are thinking that they pay for that. This will build interest and you will be able to book right away on the spot. Never forget visual. Example, having fake money on the table, like a couple of $100. Epicure t-shirt, banners, sign, pins. Visual are good to open discussion and attract people to your kiosk. And how about over the phone? How many of you love picking up the phone to call a prospect? Raise your hand. Few of you. Good. One in the room.
Well, most consultants aren't very comfortable doing calls. At least in the beginning, though, like anything, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. It's part of your job, and it's one of the best ways to develop your business. I would say think of phone calls as a way for you to offer a service. offer Epicure. It's a way to help people. That will make it easier for you to pick up the phone. Make a simple plan. Decide on how many calls you want to make each day and start small. 3 calls a day is a great start. So if you do 3 calls a day, say 5 days a week, that's 15 calls a week. And over the course of a year, 780 calls. Yeah. So to have successful calls, always have a reason to call the person before you get on the phone. For example, you want to do a follow-up on products they bought at the cooking class to make sure they're using them, you can have some suggestions for them, etc.
Follow up after they receive their order to make sure they have recipes for their product.
Follow up with someone who asked a lot of questions about the opportunity at your cooking class.
And also be prepared when you call someone and know what you want to say. I'm going to give you a tip. Put some word to say on a piece of paper and stick it near to your phone. So when you will do your call, this will help you to start your conversation. Here are some examples.
I thought about you because
I have an amazing host promo.
Epicure just launched this extraordinary promotion and I can't wait to speak to you about it.
I know your friend will enjoy this new theme.
I'm in your area tomorrow and I'd love to have coffee with you to talk about the Epicure opportunity. So if the words to say are in front of you when you call someone, you're going to be more comfortable and they're more likely to say yes.
Another way to prospect is face-to-face, and face-to-face is my favorite way to prospect, because we can see very quickly if what we offer to that person is a yes or no. Expressions tells a lot. If we see we don't have interest in the person with whom we speak, then right away we can find something else to talk with that person. Often you see someone in person and you haven't seen for a while, and they ask you, what are you doing these days? This is a perfect opportunity to tell them about your Epicure business. Or you meet a past customer. You speak a bit with her about the product and be sure to ask her to be part of your VIP customer group. Like this, you will continue to keep contact with her. You know what? Add her right away in your group because so many people have the same name. And it's not always easy to find the right person on her Facebook when her Facebook picture is a dog. Never forget to give your business card. And I can give you a good tips today. Instead to give the business card in hand, you can say, I don't have one with me today. What is your phone number? And I will text you my business card. So like this, you have her phone number to follow up later with her.
And in following up with customers, you need to stay in touch with them to be different from others who are just selling. You want to call your customers to discuss their needs, see if they need recipes, invite them to your VIP special events. Customers will stay with you if they have good service and they will feel like you care about them. Not only that, but they'll also find new business for you if you're getting super service. And referrals can be a huge part of your business. Be sure to have a VIP group. This is where you keep in touch with all your customers. So a VIP Facebook group. You post recipes, you can do Facebook Live, you can add some videos, always present the monthly promotions so they stay up to date. You can also have a referral program for your VIP customers, and every time someone who gives you a referral, you thank her on your VIP Facebook group. Others will soon want to give you referrals to gain recognition as well.
It's so important to attract people instead of seeking them out. Post pictures of food, events, cooking classes, conference, recipe. You, when you're very happy or doing an activity with your children and you can see how you enjoy the freedom of your job. What you want by, you always want by posting, it's getting their attention. You want them to like or comment your post. When they comment, you have their interest. So right away switch to private message to get their information so you can call them. You can say something like, you have a great question about the product. What is your phone number and the best moment to call you? So like this, I can provide you some more information. It's really difficult to communicate a lot of detail by message. Don't forget, out of 10 posts, only 1 or 2 should be about Epicure. Other, it's always about you, your life, recipe, everything what attracts people.
So let's talk a little bit about host coaching. When we host coach, it's not about achieving a qualified class or reaching $250. It's about reaching the top. So first for the host, with $250, she has $25 in free gifts. Now, when you double that $250 in sales, you triple her free gift, and she actually receives $75. So never talk about the minimum or about a qualified cooking class, but instead talk about cooking classes at $500 or higher. And when you book a cooking class, you need to do your host coaching within 72 hours in person when possible. If only we had a tool, Sylvie, to make host coaching easier. Oh, wait. We do have a tool.
I think
we have a new tool. We have a new tool, and we're so excited to present to you the new cooking class planner envelope. Sylvie, you have to tell everyone about it.
So this is so cool, the brand new cooking class planner envelope. This is a new tool will help you in partnering with your host and planning the perfect get-together. Everything that you need to be done before, during, and after cooking classes is simplified and complete. It will help you to accomplish your goal of 10 to 1 and your host goal of free product, half product, and exclusives. This proven method will increase attendees, sales, and ultimately booking and new consultants. Let's take a look. You'll see in the front of the envelope, it's perfect. Because if you need to mail it, there's a space for the mailing address and your return address. And don't you just love the fresh, clean, and updated look of it? And the back is where it lists the step to go through with your host. Let's look about these 5 steps. So, steps 1, invite your guest. This is where you do the list with her and where you explain how to invite. Explain she needs to invite 20-25 people to have 10 attendees. And speak about the Facebook event and open it right away.
Step 2, gather ingredients. With your host, decide what the theme will be. That way, she can talk about it when she invites her guests. Ask her to make her wish list and include everything she would like to have in the catalog. The longer her list, the more she will work for it.
Step 3, collect pre-order. It's an important part for our successful cooking classes. Give her ideas on how and where she can get pre-orders. Imagine when she has 250 in pre-order, that means half of the cooking classes is already done.
Step 4, remind guests 2 days prior to class. The host will call or private message guests to remind them. People are busy and forget when no one reminds them, so it really is a good idea. And this is where the host will talk to guests about bringing someone with them.
And step 5, host an amazing cooking classes and pick out your host reward. Talk about the wish list. Review what she can get for free and half product. Be sure you work together as a team. She will work non-attendees and you will work attendees. Explain that you will close the cooking classes that night. So if someone cancels at the last moment, she will be sure to take her order.
So let's talk about motivating your host. How do you motivate your host? Giving some fun incentives to your host will definitely motivate her to do more. What happens when she does more? You make more money. And you know what? It's the same work doing a cooking class at $250 than it is doing a $500 cooking class, except instead of $60 commission, you'll earn $125 commission. So if you do one cooking class per week at $250, you'll earn about $3,225 per year. When you do a $500 cooking class, one per week, you'll earn approximately $6,500 per year. Which one would you prefer? Personally, I prefer the second one. And over and above the money, you'll see that you'll book more by having more cooking classes at $500. First, because you'll have more attendees, which means more bookings, and also because customers will be more motivated to book, seeing what the host gets as free gifts. And your host will more than likely want to book again. So, Sylvie, recently we've been talking about the host tic-tac-toe, and we are pleased to present that the host tic-tac-toe is going to be posted on the My Epicure website. It's going to be new and updated and easily accessible. So there are 9 host activities for each square of the tic-tac-toe. Number 1, email me your guest list by a certain date, or create a Facebook event and invitation.
Number 2, have a certain number of adult guests and attendees.
Number 3, have a friend who wants to book a cooking class before your own cooking class date.
Number 4, hold your home cooking classes at the original scheduled date.
Number 5, complete your wish list.
Number 6, listen to the fact about the Epicure opportunity so you won't forget it.
Number 7, collect a certain number of pre-orders.
Number 8, before your cooking classes, have a friend who wants to know more about the Epicure opportunity.
Number 9, have at least one adult guest you do not know at your cooking class. Now, when your host completes a line or the full card, you can give her a gift, and it doesn't have to be an expensive gift. I love the What's for Dinner envelopes. They make great gifts. So host coaching is really, really important. Remember, when your host sells more, has more people at her cooking class, and books more, you make more money.
For sure, and after that, it's really important to follow up with your host. Always stay connected. Be present on her Facebook event, post some recipe, put picture of you so you will have connection, give some trick and ideas, and speak about the menu. Present your top 10 favorite product. Have the opportunity video and the link for the pre-order for sure. Stay in touch. You can post every 2 or 3 days.
Contact your host 1 week after host coaching to go over the to-do list, to help her develop more of her who you know list, and to see if she has questions. Review pre-orders and incentives. If you wait till the last moment to contact her, it's going to be too late to motivate her if she is demotivated or disinterested.
Don't forget 2 days prior to cooking classes. Tell her to give a reminder to everyone who said that they will come and for sure ask them to bring a friend. You, as a consultant, you may want to give a gift to people who bring friends with them. A small gift to get a new customer, that's not expensive.
And if you feel your host wasn't very motivated the last time you spoke with her, tell the day of the cooking class, give her a call to confirm her address. You want to make sure you're going to the right place, but really, you're just making sure everything's okay, the guests are coming, the cooking class is happening. Never call her and ask her if she's still doing her cooking class. So you're just calling to confirm her address.
So now that you've learned direct and indirect prospecting, where to prospect, host coaching, see the new cooking class planner envelope, and see how to use the tic-tac-toe, imagine what your fall will be like. We can't wait to see your result. So thanks, Karen, for these great ideas.
Thank you so much, Sylvie. Thanks to you too. And thank you,
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me